Welcome to my Gene Key contemplation video of Gene Key 44. Out for another glorious walk in the sunshine, and I'm going to dive into Gene Key 44, where the shadow is interference, the gift is teamwork, and the city is Synarchy. Before we dive into the specific Gene Key, I want to zoom out again for anybody who's new to the Gene Keys or new to my contemplation videos, to talk about this journey of being human and what the Gene Keys is about. The system, the philosophy is very similar to many other systems and philosophies, ancient, new, many of which I've studied, and they all have the very same basic underlying understanding, that is, we are all connected. We are one. We are not separate from anyone or anything, not separate from nature or the cosmos. And the second main understanding is that everything is created from within us. The world is a mere reflection of what is going on inside each individual. And the third aspect is love is all there is. Fear is an illusion. And at the shadow frequency within the Gene Keys, fear is the underlying frequency. And with interference, this frequency of fear is contributing to this dilemma of hierarchy having control over our freedom. And we, in this interference shadow frequency, we give our power away constantly to the external world, and it dictates how we choose to live our life. And we take action and we do things to feel some sort of control and some sort of safety based off of what's going on in the external world. With this interference and the dilemma being hierarchy, Richard Rudd speaks about hierarchy in this. The dilemma is truly about our perception of hierarchy and not in the hierarchy itself. Because as he says, nature seems to have a natural hierarchy to it. The dilemma with our perception is that, again, we're giving our power away to the old school hierarchy that is based on control, manipulation, power over, and fear. And as we get into the gift level, which is teamwork, and we've gone on this journey of embracing our fears, understanding them for what they are, understanding the illusory nature of our fears, we begin to elevate our frequency. And we get into, in this case, the gift of teamwork. And this teamwork is first and foremost about being on the same team inside of ourselves, where we are no longer giving our power away to our mind, which in the old world hierarchy was at the top. And we all of a sudden start taking action from our heart, and our heart is in step and aligned with our mind. And we're even reorganizing our mind from the years and years we've lived in fear and created realities and structures based off of those fears. And we're first of all team on team. All of our cells are on the same team, and we're a cohesive and coherent system with ourselves. We then start to attract systems outside of us, group dynamics, families, communities, environments that are aligned to this coherence we've created within ourselves. So that's the teamwork aspect of it. And in the shadow of the interference, our fears are just projected all around us in our group dynamics. And this Gene Key very much has a lot to do with relationships and the dynamics and group dynamics. And the different roles that we play at that level, and we'll just attract people around us that are mirroring our own fears that we have inside of ourselves. And there's the repressive role, the one who is there to repress the fear and just keep the peace. And then the reactive role is the one who is, irritated and angry and trying to control things. And then we can play both roles. And when those roles switch, the group dynamics change. And there's this underlying misery in this interference pattern that then leads to resentment and then ultimately breakup. And again, at the gift level, we're starting to change our inner world and understand that everything starts in here. We stop blaming and projecting our fears on other people. So we rise above this interference pattern and we start to create coherence in our environment and with our families and our group dynamics, and maybe attracting soul family and allies that are here to be on our team for our higher purpose. And at the Siddhic level of Synarchy, he speaks about our higher purpose isn't an individual thing, it's a collective thing. And we don't achieve our higher purpose on our own. We're here at the higher level to be in harmony with one another and to create coherent systems and to create hierarchical systems that the true perception and meaning of hierarchy, and this is what happens in all the Siddhic levels. Here we're talking of Synarchy and all the Siddhic levels, though, in the gene keys. We sort of circle back to the shadow and we reframe what it really means. And the hierarchy that we see in natural systems is based off of creativity and service, and it's expansive, versus the old world hierarchy. And the old world is really the old world because it was based off of fear, is on power over control, manipulation. So the term that Richard Rudd came up with for this sort of new hierarchy is heterarchy. And again, it's based off of creativity, service, being a service to the whole. And that's what's happening in Synarchy, is that we are naturally attracted to people who have also brought peace inside themselves and got on the same team with their mind and their heart and our coherent system. And literally inside every single one of our cells, our DNA is programmed with this higher purpose, and we can truly surrender and be pulled to live out our dharma in a really beautiful, beautiful way. But of course, at the shadow level, we can't see this. We don't see this. We're caught up in the illusion, and we believe that we have a lot to fear, and we believe we have to take control, and that our freedoms can be taken away from us. But as we're ascending in our frequencies to the higher frequencies, we understand that true freedom is in here, and no hierarchy can take that away. Nothing can take that away. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this theme. What does it feel like to tap into this heterarchy, or this type of hierarchy that is based off of creativity and service to the whole? And to know that when you bring peace in your cells, inside every one of your cells, it literally changes the whole. It makes great change rapidly. And this hierarchy control is given organically. Everybody is a leader. And it's given horizontally versus vertically, like in the old world hierarchy, where we've believed that somebody has to be in control at the top and has to manipulate and keep fear, to keep the reins on us somehow, because anarchy will ensue, because love isn't at the heart of things, which it is. So I'd love to hear from you. How does it feel to hear about this hierarchy in this way? Reframe it as this unifying force and this natural order that is embedded in every single one of our cells and DNA. And I'll see you in the next video.